Alright, it is August 2nd, and today I am going to be planting where those tomatoes were. I waited till August because these seed packets recommend the second planting be from August to September. So instead of putting them out right after I pulled the tomatoes out, I just gave it some time. And it's been very, very hot outside, so that's also a good reason that I waited. Alright, so we're going to be planting mostly collards. We have 9 collard plants, and it just is not enough. We love collards, and we have all the space, so might as well plant that. Some spinach, which I'll be planting here where these beans are looking very sad. I'm going to leave the beans in place. Hopefully they help add nitrogen back into the soil, but they're really not producing. Those look better, but like seriously, these have not gotten any bigger since like 2 weeks after I planted them, which was, I don't know, a month ago. Very, very sad. So I didn't sow any more because these did not take off. So weird. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the beans in place. Hopefully they can add nitrogen to the soil. Maybe I'll stick some spinach on the very rim there underneath the beans. And then here in front of the tomatoes to the squash. And then all that back is going to be collards and maybe 2 kale plants for me. But here's how the garden looks. Check this out. Just watered it. It's got new growth. New growth coming up. Those aren't even old leaves. These are brand spanking new. Some of these leaves were standing up. It doesn't look like it, but they were all laying flat. And these have propped themselves up just a little bit, which means there's life and water in there. Trying to get some photosynthesis. But yeah, it's working. It is working. And I haven't watered it every day. I know my dad's watered it a few times, or watered the garden a few times. I don't know how much he's watered the garden. Ew, aphids, gross. But every other day or so, I've come and watered it. So I haven't been super persistent, but that's why I put a lot of mulch over it. So I wouldn't have to work super hard, because I don't live here. The okra plant, it's looking more like an okra plant now. This is amazing. What a comeback. And there's an aphid on there too. Gross. I'm hopeful that we'll get to at least half of okra. But hey, season's like half over. We still have plenty of time. We might get okra yet. This cherry tomato plant, sun sugar, it's doing well. Need to tie it back up a bit. It's like leaning over this way. That poor steak is leaning too. Anyway, carrots. These have the tallest greens here. I think I might plant more carrots. I didn't bring the carrot seeds out. So maybe I won't. Maybe I will. I don't know. Probably not until the collards come up, so they don't get buried by the wood chips in between. There's some eggplants. There's 2 growing the fruit. It still has opportunity and time to put off more flowers. I'm hopeful. Maybe it just stopped because of all of the heat. This one finally put off 2 flowers. I don't know if I captured that on video. Sunday these flowers were open. Yep, they're looking kind of spent. Hopefully they got pollinated, because I want more of that. Bell pepper. I haven't really looked on the plants, but this is the only one I've seen so far. Not seeing any flowers. Lots of buds though, so but Bell peppers take a really long time. Ooh, we caught one. Yeah. Bell peppers take a really long time to grow their fruit and to mature it. So any fruit that's set after this point might not have enough time to grow, really. I don't know what kind of wasp that is, but I'm not pulling this net up today. Look at that. Get some really good leaves on this kale. I mean, this really is a good amount of kale, so I probably shouldn't plant anymore, especially because I'm the only one eating it. I haven't just had an opportunity to cook it. If there's a cook, I've just been juicing it with cucumbers. And then, like yesterday, is my fish, rice, and kale day, but I didn't come over to pick any kale, so we had green beans instead. Potatoes. These are looking healthier. Wow. Have they soaked up all of the suspected herbicide? Maybe. Are they adapting? Maybe. But yeah, some of these leaves are looking healthy. Well, I kind of want to dig in there a little bit. I don't have time to today. I kind of want to just, move some of the wood chips, see if we see any potatoes. Put up more flowers. Maybe I should try pollinating them, see what happens. Because all of the flowers, it's like the third round of flowers, they've all fallen off. I hope they look at potato plants. Maybe we'll dig around there first before disturbing these ones. Snot peas. Oh. That one doesn't look very good. I'm not gonna eat it. Whoa, that's a big pea. Wow. Might be too far gone to eat anyway. Going to seed. It's a pretty flower. Hey, peas are still alive. Those down there somehow survived better than the one under the net and in the shade of the collards. Whoops, got some weeds. That's a good looking root. When I was planting, I talked about, oh wow, sowing my own dandelions for the roots, because they pull out so easily when they're young into the mulch. Dandelion root tea. It's pretty good. Roasted dandelion root tea. Look at the cucumbers. They're doing their best under the circumstances of not having no trellis. That's a good, oh wow, look at that flower. What in the world? Did this one even get pollinated? What? It's like, I can't open the flower, like it never opened. Did it self-pollinate? Oh my goodness, what's going on here? That's wild. Really cute cooks. There's a cucumber right there. Yeah. I don't know if I'll put cucumbers tonight, because we have a lot. Well, we have 6 on the table, but no one's eating them, which so that means there's a lot. But I should pick these. Okay. Alright, I gotta get those planted. I gotta take a look at the watermelons first. Can't forget the melon. I found one there. Yep. This is one that did not get pollinated. It's dying. More flowers. Check out these melons back here. So pretty. I think it looks pretty on the camera. Prettier on the camera. the way that captures the greens, the green colors. The greens too. Look at that. So very cute. Now this one. This is the oldest one. So whenever that tendril ties back, this will be the first one we have. Still green. Maybe a little yellow. It sounds super hollow, but it's because it's on the cardboard. And turn the compost today. Added some stuff to it. Whoa, look how lush this basil is. I'm in the mood for some pesto. I just ordered some pasta noodles. Yo. Yes. It's ripe for the picking. And these chamomile flowers. I hope I have time to harvest them before I have to go home today. But yeah, and it's taking my dear sweet time recording all of this. I should plant some more parsley, yeah, because it hasn't grown vigorously. It hasn't grown more since I pulled the plant out, the zucchini out. But yeah, it's all the okra. Some good. More flowers on the cilantro. Alright, that's it.